So hey everyone, I am back to make a soap I'm calling Fade to Black after the song from Metallica. This is my first attempt at a wood grain pattern. I learned a lot for making this, but I actually had a lot of fun. So right now I am melting my oils on the stove in a double boiler, which I normally don't do. I use the heat transfer method usually, just because I don't have the patience to do this on a normal basis. But with this design, it required a slow moving batter, and when you use the heat transfer method, you usually don't get as slow moving of a batter as you would need for something like this. So I heated all of my oils, melted them down, and then I cooled them off in a cool water and ice bath in my sink, which I also did the same with my lye water, which you will see. And I got both of them down to 85 to 88 degrees within less than 10 minutes. So the temperature of it right now, which I know is hard to see, it's about 136. So right here I'm just taking some kosher salt and putting in some water and some ice, and I'm going to cool my lye water, or my aloe vera juice and my lye solution in this ice water bath. As long as you're careful you don't splash any of the water into your lye solution, you can get this cool. I got it cool in less than 3 minutes. So the thing to watch for when cooling your oils like this is for any of your hard oils sticking to the bowl. If you see any of them start to stick to the bowl, that means they're starting to solidify, they're getting a little too cool. The minute you start to see that, go ahead and take it out of the ice water and let it sit at room temperature to cool the rest of the way. So I'm trying not to overblend my batter, but I do want to make sure that everything is emulsified. So that's what I'm checking for when I hold up my spatula. And right here I'm adding my fragrance, and this time I'm using a duplicate of Victoria's Secret's Very Sexy for Men. It's one of my most favorite men's colognes. I bought some for my husband many years ago when we were first married, 17 years ago. And it's one of my all-time favorite men's fragrances. So right here I just have some brown mica. It's mocha from Nurture soap. So I'm going to color my entire batter brown, and then I'm going to lighten and darken as needed for when I split off my batter. So I know that I'm probably going a little too fast as I'm doing this, but my batter is coming out a little too fast because of the pitcher that I'm using. It's from the Dollar Tree. I think I need another pitcher in the shape of this, but one that is a little bit longer so that it doesn't start coming up over the sides like it is on this pitcher. So the technique is to put your base color in the bottom of the pitcher and then take your other colors and layer them on top in stripes, and then you swing your batter side to side right along the edge of the mold. And to make the little knots in the wood, you'll see me stop in a certain spot and kind of go back over the same spot a couple of times, and that's what forms the little knots. And I really hope this soap turns out. If not, it's something I will definitely try again. And I definitely had fun making it. It's a learning experience regardless. But this soap does need to be cut a different way. You cannot cut it like the regular bars that I would cut on a normal loaf. So when I do the cutting video, you'll see how I have to cut them so that you can see the pattern. And right about there, you'll see I messed up, and that's because when I started this soap, I was home alone with just my two dogs, And right at that point, my husband and son pulled up in the garage, and I was in my zone, wasn't paying attention until my dogs barked to notify me that they were home and made me jump about a foot out of my skin. And I took the soap batter with it. So from here on out, I actually wind up doing that about 3 or 4 different times, because not only did they bark, but then my husband and son came in and they were making all this noise, and I was paying attention to what they were saying and not really focusing on the soap as much as I should have, because I was trying to hear what they were saying. It was a whole ordeal. If you could hear what was really being said, which I'm absolutely not going to play, but the real audio involves a lot of me cursing. So yeah, just use your imagination with the words that I'm using every time I mess up. So you'll notice that I don't scrape the container out, but I do put the extra in a different mold so that I can make a little soap for my family. And that is it. That is the soap right there. I'm going to put it to bed, and we'll come back for the cutting when it's ready in a couple of days. So I'll see you then.